Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday, everybody. It's your boy, Coach Lee. Welcome to the Play Call Sheet, where we bring you yesterday's adventures today. Back at it like we're mad at it. 4 days from the weekend. Man, let's get the crew up in here right off the bat. My man, he's still reeling. But hey, they got the promising look of getting the franchise quarterback. He in here representing his squad. I see my boy Chill Will up in his bad boy.
What's good, people? And no, we ain't
Chilling
got
like
no
a mad
damn.
villain.
We ain't got no damn hope.
Yeah, you do, man. What do y'all like, the 56 pick right now?
56 pick, and what? Every one of the quarterbacks that was in the Heisman race, except for Penix Jr., has all taken a step back. Yeah, it's doing great. We're doing great.
That's true. And he's got an injury history.
Yeah, so it's all going great. Watch us end up with Bo Nix. I'm gonna be so pissed.
Hey, that might not be a bad thing though. He's gonna come in experience.
He's coming up. He's 30. I'm a man. I'm 30. Like it's wild, man. It's wild.
That dude been playing forever.
Yeah, that man was in Tom Brady's class.
That's your boy, man.
Cut that out.
So how was your day today, man?
It was cool. My first day at a new job. Did well. Everybody's chilling. Gonna make more money here than I made anywhere else doing what I do. And they gave me some edibles to take home. So great day.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. They sell them and they were like, yeah, try them out. I'm like, these have THC in them? They were like, yeah. I was like, oh, we'll see how good it is. Tell you tomorrow.
You gonna be ready for the bag, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna do some work here. And I actually got in touch with my other boss, hit me back, and she was like, actually, I'm sorry, I messed up, come back. And I'm like, yeah, I got a new job, but I might be able to work a few days for you. We'll see what happens. About to take Cape Cod over.
Just so you know, I'm here not because I don't have to be, because I choose to be. It's a whole different perspective.
Yeah, then she needs to get her ducks in a row and realize that, like, oh, I can leave. I don't need you. What they say? What they say? Men only as faithful as their options. Keep playing.
That's true. Absolutely true, bro. But man, speaking of options and bad quarterbacks, possibly one quarterback that we kind of saw this possibly happening, and that's Bryce Young with the Panthers.
It's bad. It's all bad.
It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much can only find Thielen. See, that's the other hard part of it. Like, he don't have a whole bunch of like weapons to throw to. Remember, they traded all them at the deadline last year. So, or over the offseason. So they really don't have the weapons. But the way he been dropping back, looking scary, making poor reads, you could put Moss out there. It ain't gonna really help him.
That's true. But the reason why I was skeptical, A, because of the tape, B, and it still goes back to what I've always said about their quarterbacks. Alabama quarterbacks, you really can't get a true estimate of who they are as a player, because they're generally surrounded by just all pro talent around them.
And I realized the real what you're saying. I've been saying it for years with you. Even before we knew each other, we've both been saying that shit. It sounds like, but it's even worse than what you're saying though, because your instincts to be like, because that's mine too. I think everybody's instinct is to be like, yeah, look who he's throwing to at Alabama. Look who they throw to at Alabama. You know,
right?
But that's not actually the real problem. Yeah, that's a big deal. That helps. The real deal is at Alabama, when is he getting sacked?
That's true.
Their line is an NFL line every year. If not in skill, then at least in size. Which you can get away with some of that in college. Bryce Young been sitting, he been taking Alabama quarterbacks is basically like taking somebody who you think is elite from a 7-on-7 drill. like when you're in sweats and or shorts.
Yeah.
And you're like, this guy can play quarterback. It's like, well, I guess. Like, yeah, my man's throwing one-on-one coverage all day to the best receivers in the nation, and no one can touch him. So, yeah, it's always going to be rough trying to figure out what they're going to turn into, but I think it's a little easier to figure out now. And what they're going to turn into is,
Meh.
yeah. Yeah.
I would probably say going all the way back to Brody Crowell.
Yeah.
They just been average at best.
Yeah.
You got Brody Crowell, you got Greg McElroy, AJ McCarron, Blake Sims, Jake Coker, Blake Burnett, Jalen Hurts, he's balling.
Now, aside from the few,
he's balling.
Aside from the few brothers, if they was all in the room, could they even all stay in the same room? I feel like it's just one guy putting on different numbers in jerseys. Because like McCarron, Jones, like they're all the same guy.
Yeah.
Like it's just not. It's the same pasty white guy who can throw to wide open people. Like, I mean, I get it, and it's not a race thing. I just say that's happening who they are. But yeah. Honestly, before we get any further with this, though, we gotta bring in the man with the plan. My man, 40 grand. My man, Meta. What?
Yo, what's the word with it, fellas? What's the word with it? What's the word? Monday night, play call sheet. Thank you, fellas, for having me in, man. I'm the special guest tonight.
Oh, my dumb ass is watching basketball like a football game ain't about to start. I'm tripping.
Football
What's up,
game,
brother? How you been, man?
I'm good, man. Can't complain. Yourself?
I can't complain either. I'm actually, considering the circumstances, I was better than I thought I would be after I slept on it a little bit.
No edge of the bridge in your near future?
Nah, last night was a little different. I kind of sat in the dark for a little bit. I was a little hot.
Just had a towel on his head.
Yeah, I was a little hot, man. But now I was like, you know what? It just wasn't a day. We're gonna talk about it a little bit more, but we showed up last night. I'll say that much.
Yeah, the coaches not necessarily, but the team did. Team showed up.
But man, so your boy Bryce Young, man.
It's all
bad, what his
man.
QBR was yesterday?
Also, I'd like to point out. Look, we'll get to the QBR record. Hold on, but we are very quick, and I want us to be this type of show. Okay, we are very quick to be like, hey yo, we was talking about that way before y'all. Hey yo, we predicted that. Hey yo, we got that right. What I will say is the only thing that we question with Bryce Young is the only thing that hasn't really been a problem, and that's his health. He's been on the field, he just sucks.
That's unfortunate.
Look, you can't win them all, but yeah, we thought he had everything you needed. He just needed to be healthy, and it turns out he just needs to be a janitor.
Yeah, he's a jag.
Yeah, he's a jag. He's a jag. And look, I don't wish that for him. I think it's possible. Hey, look, if Geno Smith can go from being a jag to whatever he's doing right now, then I think Bryce could do it. It's just not happening this year, next year, or possibly the following year as well.
Yeah, definitely not this year for him. Going through the struggles and the wave of being a rookie quarterback. I'm gonna say the problem is, man, there's a selected few guys. You know, obviously the NFL has a longer waiting period. College, I mean, before you get in the NFL. So maybe it's just a trick of maybe you just needed a little bit more college football. You know what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect to him, man. A lot of these guys do, but the money makes sense sometimes. You know, you're number two. You're going to take it. You know, we know who's going to be a project.
Yeah.
He's a project waiting. Carolina, you know, they changed their organization, changed the roster, changed the coaching situation for him. I just hope for him he doesn't go through what Justin Fields going through and nabbing new coaches, new systems, things of that nature. I hope for his sake that Carolina is a good team around him. I mean, somebody going to have to do it. We've seen all the rookie quarterbacks this year. Stroud, won't even question him. Anthony Richardson is still at the crib, probably still the second best QB rookie-wise. You got Will Levis, And then you got all these other guys that are coming in here and just performing and just playing. So, and their team are winning games. So, for you, and Jerry Hall got a win the other day. You know, no, he didn't. Josh.
He said, "I lied. I'm sorry. I lied. I didn't mean
I'm sorry. He got. I like to say half a win. So,
Yeah,
and then good ball, man. The QB, he'll grow. Hopefully, he gets better.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot more difficult when you don't get to bring Judy, Waddle, and the gang with you. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier with that type of talent around you. So, well, look, the jury's still out. I think early look is a bad look, but I'll say we can't fully judge this until we see a receiver who can create some kind of space. And then, even then, he still needs a kind of a run. He needs a lot because he's not good.
He needs some help. He definitely needs help.
You know what he didn't need? He didn't need to be the first pick overall, especially when the team loved Stroud, and Stroud's killing. That's what
my whole thing is. Okay, so I'm looking at their listed height. I will be nervous that he's listed as 5'10", 194.
Yeah, that might be generous on all counts.
And if I think of that, I think of the size of Kyler Murray. And he's nowhere near Kyler Murray. Yeah, we joke and cut up about Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray got a cannon of an arm and it's faster than everybody.
That part. And I never saw those from this kid.
Oh, he's none of those things. He doesn't have the arm Kyler has. He's not, and not just small. Like Kyler's built like a mailbox. Like he's solid. He's 5'10", but he's a bowling ball. Like,
right.
No, this dude is 5'10" and
light.
He just weighed basically what I weighed in like high school.
I didn't know CJ Stroud was that much bigger than him. He's 6'3", 218.
Yeah. And I think they give him inches. They give him both inches. He's probably like 6'2". And definitely. And Young is probably like 5'9" at best. He's probably like 5'9", like 190, 185 maybe.
So to put it in perspective for us.
It's right Santana Moss playing quarterback.
Yeah. Put it in perspective for us.
Basically, his height and weight, bro.
How many games has he played? I think he set out, 1 or 2 games?
Yeah.
But he's got a total of 1,375 yards, 8 touchdowns, 7 picks, and a 29.6 QBR, which is 32nd in the league.
Their starters on winning teams that with stats like that. So that's funny.
So CJ Stroud, on the other hand, who's probably the front runner for the offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah,
2,270 yards, 14 tubs, 1 pick, 62.3 QBR, which is 12.
Hold on. He has 14 touchdowns and one INT.
One pick.
Yep.
He playing so good that the number 2 for rookie of the year offensively is probably Tank Dell, who's been catching touchdowns and balls from him. Well, like I'm being a little hyperbolic there because it's probably not. But if Tank Dell doesn't finish in the top 5 for offensive rookie of the year, it's some nonsense.
Yeah, it's some nonsense, definitely.
Because he's balling right now. So yeah, it's wild. The only rookie receiver playing better than him is probably Addison.
Yeah. And in Young, I'm looking at, even though he's only started 2 games, Will Levis, granted, he had 1 high game, and then he bombed yesterday. But he has 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, and he's got a 44.4 QBR. So he's probably played a quarter of the games of Young.
Now, to be fair, I'll take all of their number 1s probably over Thielen. And not even that Thielen's bad. I just Thielen shouldn't be a number 1 guy right now, which he is. He shouldn't be.
Actually, Thielen at this advanced age and the injuries, he's probably a number 3 or 2B at best.
Yeah, he's a solid 3. Solid 3.
3 line.
3.
Yeah, 3.
Like there's a few really bad teams. Like he'll probably be a 2 or 1 on my team because we suck. But like Yeah, there's most teams he's a 3.
Well, speaking of your team and sucking, not trying to be funny,
no,
but y'all know, as we started the show, we talked about y'all going to be in the market for a franchise quarterback. How do y'all make sure that you don't get it wrong like Carolina did? You got to think what Carolina did. They picked the wrong quarterback, and they gave up a lot of draft capital to do so.
Well, all right. So for starters, that's the first thing you don't do. You don't move up for a quarterback in a draft where there's no clear.
Unless it's a sure thing.
You can move up in this. If the Patriots want to trade a bunch of picks and move up to number 1 to get Caleb Williams, I can live with that.
So be it.
But they better not move up to get Michael Penix or move up to get McCarthy. I'll be pissed. What are y'all really doing? So
right.
I don't think that's what's going to happen. The number one way to not have this happen, aside from them trading up, which is another level of stupidity that only them and the Niners share, Trey Lance, is to not. If you're not sure, don't pick the guy. It's simple. There's other drafts.
Yeah.
You can suck again. In fact, you probably will. With or without whatever guy you're thinking about picking. You're probably going to be
don't press.
So there's no need to press. And that's the one thing that I do like about Bill is I know if he doesn't believe in the guy, he won't take him. I think he took Mac with an outside belief. I think he took Mac thinking, I can't do another year at Cam. I'm not doing that. And also, and also, he had ties with Saban. Him and Saban go back. So right. He looking at Saban. Saban's like, that's my guy, and Bill's like, yeah, they all are. But I'm saying, is this guy good? And Saban is probably he told him yeah, and Saban just wanted to get his man a job.
I agree with both of you guys. You can't mess up, but the Patriots never been in this position where saying they had to go get one, and they wasn't in for Mac, so you get a player's pass, now you're in a position now where you probably are going to pick a top 5 to 7 pick. So yeah, like Will said, don't go trade for one. You know what I'm saying? Play your cards right. You know what I'm saying? You're right there. Anyhow, let's see if you want to tank the rest of the season. Or
the last time we had this opportunity was almost 30 years ago with Bledsoe.
That is true.
So
that is true.
And that's before Bill.
You got that one right.
That's before Bill, and that's also the first thing Kraft did, really. Or whoever he made the GM when they did it. That's was it Parcells? It had to be Parcells, right? It had to be. It was Parcells. Parcells made that pick. Then he drafted her, my man Terry Glenn.
Glenn.
That's my dog. Rip Terry, man. That was my guy. He's why I wanted to play wideout, even though all my favorite players at the time were corners.
Love me some Terry Glenn, man.
Oh, he unreal. Olave reminds me a lot of him in play style and ability. Olave's a lot like Terry Glenn. Same school too. Yeah. So look, just don't you have it up. Don't fumble the bag. Just don't. It's very simple. If you get there and Caleb Williams, if you find a way to get to Caleb, go ahead. But do not trade up. In fact, when it comes to McCarthy and Penix Jr., you may even be able to do your classic Bill thing and trade back and still get one of those guys. Because that's what we love to do. That's what Bill loves to do. Let's trade back. Get a few more picks. Get more players. More chance. His idea is just more chances. If you just try to get more players, and one of them may be good. One of them may be Tom Brady.
That's true.
For
real. But yeah, just don't be at number 5. Pick 5. And Caleb just came off the board, and so did McCarthy, and you're like, Michael Penix looks a lot better than Mac Jones. They all look better than Mac Jones right now.
Who?
Yeah, Mac Jones. So do not overreact to the situation, and do not overreact to who's on the board. If he's not there, just be out.
Yeah, that part. You got to get it right.
You can't,
because Carolina's about to find out if you miss on the franchise quarterback at the top of the first round, that can set you back for years.
Now, it used to be an automatic decade gone. Because even if he sucked, you would sit him for a year, then you'd at least try him for the rest of that rookie contract. And a lot of them, even after that, got maybe a couple more years.
Right.
Now it's like, yo, look, Josh Rosen had a year, and then he was like, bye. Like, bye for a guy who doesn't love this game. Bye. Like that. Like, that's wild. That's wild. So it could turn over a lot faster in this day and age, but it's still a 5-year thing.
I agree. Now, we talked a little bit about Alabama quarterbacks. This next guy was the one that has had some success, and that's Tua. So yesterday, he and the Dolphins traveled to London. Was it London or Germany? London?
Germany.
And they got Germany, Frankfurt, Germany. You would think too.
No
And
problem.
they made it close. It was 21-14, but the game wasn't that close. So that's 2 times they faced top talents. Are they fool's gold, or is it just a hiccup for them?
Look, anytime you put Tua sucks a lot of lower, he's stupid. He's stupid. What up, Lewis?
Going on with you?
Look, anytime you put Tyreek Hill on the field and Waddle on the other side and McDaniel's the coach, you're gonna be able to be in some shootouts. But yeah, that defense got worked a little bit. And I think we saw against a good team, a good defense, could Tua carry you? I mean, theoretically, he may be able to, but he has not yet. True. Not in these games against winning teams. So we're gonna have to see more. It sucks because I feel like certain guys we say we got to see more, and other guys who definitely deserve that, we don't say it as much. But yeah, I think he's in a we got to see more situation. It was nice to score 70. Yeah, maybe should have saved some of those.
Yeah, man. Keep it real with you, man. There was a few things that happened in that game yesterday. You know, we'll get into the Miami pretender in a sec, but Tua just had an average game. The guy he was playing against had an average game. At the end of the day, the Chiefs are the better team, and they know how to win these games in this situation.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill lost a fumble yesterday. Tyreek, a guy that said he was going to eat, was going to work KC. He ain't work him. It looked like he was getting targets. I mean, you look at Tua, he was 21 for 34 yesterday. You know, he didn't go crazy and throw 50. I mean, you would have thought he would throw 50. You would have thought Patrick Mahomes was going to throw 50 the way this game was projected to be.
Yeah.
It was a slow ground out game. KC had it early. Miami had a chance to win at the end of the day, but there's mistakes that get you to that point. And when you lose games, you go to that. You know, I don't think you can go to the QB or whatever the situation is, but I don't think he did anything for them to lose that game yesterday. He just didn't have a 350-yard performance, 4 touchdowns. He didn't do that. Patrick Mahomes, he didn't have that. But at the same time, we're not going to throw him on statistically the same book. But hey, this is duck in the road for the team. Overall, the team didn't show up.
Yeah, I can see that. But I will say, look, we still got to call it how we see it. You haven't beat any good teams yet.
They know. They are fool's gold right now. They don't know how to win these games. Mm-hmm. So until they can prove that they can win these games, whenever that is, then people will believe you. Just stay locked in the playoff seed. Don't start losing games, dreading down like you did last year. Of course, injuries happen. You know, hopefully it's a different case this season, but
they like to do this, though. They like to either start slow and finish strong or start strong and finish really slow. And they started strong, and it's looking slow.
You don't want to start slow and then go in the playoffs. I mean, any given Sunday, but at the same time, your team don't want to be on the low going there.
Yeah, they need to figure it out. They'll be all right. I think they're still going to make the playoffs. I don't think they're done or anything.
I think they make the playoffs too, but
they're still a contender and all, but yeah, they got to do a little more against winning teams.
Yes.
How much do they move? How much do they miss A-Chain?
I mean, look, it's hard to be like that. I mean, he's a little bad. They don't really miss him. But again, anytime you have a player on the field that can score from literally the inch line. He's that fast and he's that dangerous. Yeah, it's gonna change what everybody does. Like obviously, like we were watching, even HA was balling, but we were also watching Mostert have way better lanes than he's been having, and that's because the whole deep was spread.
Yeah.
If you got Hill on this side of the field, Waddle on the other side, and then off the edge you could bring HA in either a passing or a running situation, that Mostert's the odd guy out. He's gonna be wide open and be able to just have lanes that are beautiful. And he's not seeing them as much. He's still a good back, but I'm surprised he's even stayed healthy. That dude's always hurt. And
true.
He's had to start to carry, and he's been all right. So, but yeah, they do need HM back for sure. That'll open some things up for sure.
Consistently, because consistently games even. It's like you have to beat the good teams. And I won't even say yesterday show up because they showed up. It wasn't like, the Buffalo game. Buffalo just tranced all over them. But they showed up yesterday. But it's the champs. You went out there, had a chance, I guess. But like you said, man, the game tells you different from the script. You read if you haven't paid attention and watched the game. So, it can go two different ways. I feel like in terms of the QB play, he didn't do enough to win the game, but he didn't get beat crazy by the guy on the other side. You know what I'm saying? He had a chance.
Yeah, they both didn't play great, but I tell you, that man, AJ, he always showing up. He crazy. AJ Brown's problem.
Yeah, AJ Brown. Shout out to him.
At some point, we're gonna have to rank like all time how bad that was to move AJ Brown for Tennessee.
Nah, that's gonna be that's a true conspiracy theory moment.
That's up there with Herschel Walker. When trading an entire draft for Ricky Williams, like it's bad.
Because I'm gonna be real. When they initially didn't sign him, I said, okay. Because you got to backtrack a little bit. Though he was young, he was a freak of nature, but he was a little hobbled. They took the chance because he was hobbled. Like, we're not going to give you that because you feel like it bit them in the behind because now he's out there doing this thing healthy every week. Going out there, man, had a great record, this season. Hey, some things happen, man, sometimes, man, and they haven't recovered. That's the crazy thing, and that's why it feels like the Titans all the way got bitten ass because they haven't recovered from it in terms of getting that guy.
Well, it was a combination of three things. One, just pure hubris and also cheapness, and we don't want to pay him. Two, they just mentally blew it. And three, the fact that it was a heavy receiver draft that they moved him. And all them guys are like, that draft, I think out of all that draft had supposed to have like 8 studs at receiver. And I think like 3 of them are good. Or 3 of them are even worse. Bottom line is the one they got was Burks, and he's trash.
Question: if the Titans remain at this critique of bottom, do they potentially do a call to trade up or something? In this case, there's a wide receiver. Obviously Harrison, whatever the case is.
They have nothing.
You got Levis. You have Levis, so you're gonna have to go get guys. Now you can go second round, third round, go get guys.
I thought you meant for a quarterback. You talk about just moving up and
just moving up and going and
taking in the draft. Yeah. Look, I'm sure they're looking at Marvin Harrison like, how can we fuck this one up? Like, but they need to figure this shit out. Because they need some weapons, and the guy that they got to replace him, they could have got one of us.
Tua, man, get your mind right, Tua. It's a couple quarterbacks that fell after yesterday that, what I'm saying, damn, I did all I can. My team lost the game for me, but you can't say it. You can't say it to the media. You can't say my team lost me the game.
Motherfuckers bums. It's like
all my life.
What's the?
Hold on. $30 million. Well, Tua's not getting paid that much, you know what I'm saying? Soon he'll get paid, hopefully, you know. Shit, damn. Tua can't say that. And he already basically this on a low scale.
He already played himself. Oh, he played himself out of money by banging his head a few too many times. So he's not going to get the going rate.
Oh no, he's gonna get the Joe Embiid.
Oh, you think so? Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna get the Joe Embiid.
Yeah.
You get fucked up one time.
Yeah. Like you're gonna have to show me for a horn of the contract you want a real. He's still gonna get crazy money, but he's not getting Mahomes money. He's not getting Hurts money even. He better not. I'll be fucking pissed if he does. I don't know why. Actually, yes. Give him all the money, Miami, you bums. I really don't want y'all to do good. So, yeah, give him whatever you need. It ain't like we got a quarterback to pay that's going to bother us.
You got to think about this.
We're not re-signing that moment.
In terms of, like, fan hype, not comparing players, but in terms of the fan hype, maybe you could say Jay Fiedler because he had them there a few times. But this is as loud as it's been since like Dan Marino. So I have a sense that Miami may give him a deal. Like I said, Joe Embiid, but he'll be there a little bit longer.
Good pull with Jay Fiedler. Jeez, the Fiedler.
Yeah, Jay Fiedler, man. You know what I'm saying? Got shout out. Mad in NFL football. You know what I'm saying?
Jay Fiedler. I'm trying to think. The only other quarterback that I can remember is Cleo Lemon. And he was bad.
That was the backup. I forgot what he
started. No, Cleo started for a while.
In Miami?
Hey, however many games he started, it was that many too many. But he started games, bro. It was too many. Because remember, I'm pretty sure he was the starting quarterback the year before we got Welker. And Welker actually had a good game against us with Cleo Lemon as a quarterback, and Bill was like,
"Oh yes, you're right.
Amazing. That's amazing.
You're absolutely right.
He's got to be amazing." How is he playing with Cleo Lemon and working us? And he was like, "Yeah, we got to get him."
Yeah, you definitely. Who was their QB that year? It wasn't Fiedler. It was it Pennington?
Like the starter, the original starter?
Yeah,
it might have been Pennington, but I think they really might have started the season with Cleo, bro.
That's wild.
I know your brain doesn't want to handle it, and mine doesn't either. I may be wrong, but I think they might have really tried to start a whole season with Cleo Lemon. I might be wrong. He might have been a backup for something.
My uncle's a Dolphins fan. My uncle says they've been running the same place for the last 40 years.
Mercury Morris, happy as a motherfucker, though. I know that.
Oh, you know who the starter was then for Cleo Lemon?
Thomas, who was it?
The biggest mistake that they made in forced Saban back to college football. It was Dante Culpepper.
Oh, that was the experiment they were on. That's right.
He got hurt and he was out after week 5.
Then it was the Cleo Lemon show. He was the reverse Jeremy Lin.
Well, take that back. No, 2 was right. It started with Culpepper.
And then Pennington.
Harrington was the backup.
Harrington, Joey
Harrington, the Oregon Duck. The man that got the Oregon Ducks. Hold on. Shout out to Joey Harrington.
Yeah, he had the Ducks.
He got Oregon
on the map.
He got Oregon covered with the fire jerseys and shit. Shout out to Joey Harrington, dog.
Hold on, Oregon with Joey Harrington. Who was on that team? That wasn't who I think it was, because I think that was who played there with the fast ass run? They had so many running backs at one point.
Was Deshaun Jackson on that team?
Nah, Jackson Cal, same colors, but wait.
Damn, I'm trying to find out.
What's he? Oh yeah, no, we're talking about Oregon. Nah, Deshaun was on. So it was Darius Slayton, I believe.
Because Deshaun was with Kyle.
Who? If it wasn't Slayton, then Slayton might have been with what's his name, Marcus Mariota.
Was it 2002?
That is way too long ago.
Right?
It's 20 years. Okay.
Oh man. But yeah. So we next up we got, this is November the 6th. We are wrapping up week 9. And just like the last couple of years, the Bengals start slow, but then they start coming on strong. And right now, Joe Burrow and the Bengals are in the playoff race again.
Oh, Burrow's playing out of his mind, playing every bit the quarterback that we thought he was at his peak. He's looking like he poised for a Super Bowl run the way he playing.
Shiesty Joe.
Yeah, Joe Shiesty for Joe. And the running game's getting involved. They're getting Irv Smith, the tight end, involved, even though Jake hates him. Probably for one game with a 2-hour backstory. And yeah, like they're bringing it everywhere. Boyd, Higgins, Chase seem like they're always open.
So I think he was a little rusty because I think they made a mistake he got hurt in preseason and they tried to bring him back early.
Yeah.
So I think he's healthy now, and I think
they just played through it, though. He's kind of a dog. He just played through it, like, all right, well, we'll try, I guess. And then had a couple bad games, and now he's back. Because he didn't actually sit any games, did he?
No, I think he might maybe one, maybe. I'm
pretty sure he played through it. Yeah, he went.
So in the past 4 games, he's thrown for 1,113 yards and 10 tubs.
Oh, yeah.
In the first 4 games, he threw for 728 and 2 tubs.
Yeah, it wasn't going well. But yeah, they're doing good. That's good shit. Good for the Bengals, man. They back.
Now, I know True is our resident strongest critic of the Bengals. How you feeling about their resurgence, True?
Oh, man. They getting back in the race, man. And as crazy as it sounds, man, I'm happy they're back in it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is going to be a rope that they can't pull at the end. We won't mention it. But, shout out to him, man. Joe Burrow's healthy, looking cerebral on the field, looking like Triple H. Getting his guys out there. You know, hopefully Jamar Chase's injury is not too crazy. You know, hopefully they can move around that. But, I mean, Joe Mixon, like I said, that's my guy. Always been my guy. You know, getting a little helm of the game. You know, he's getting the pass catches involved. The offensive line looks like they're playing immune to him in a position that I said last year didn't get better than the Super Bowl team they had, but they said there was the worst offensive line in the NFL. But if you make it to the Super Bowl with an offensive line, even though you got a good quarterback over there, man, hey, quarterbacks still need time. But Lamar Jackson will see you soon, Joe Burrow. See you soon.
What's up, Unc?
What up,
Well, I gotta say what's going on, man. Unc in the building. Unc in the building. It's your boy. It's your boy.
DJ Clue.
Don't get a DJ, dog. Shout out to DJ Clue.
Yeah. Don't get him talking.
All right.
He'll never shut up.
So we talked about him a little bit earlier.
DJ Clue, that is.
We said we was going to come back around to him.
Yeah.
How good is CJ Stroud this year so far?
Filthy. I'd like to say that this is a weird criticism because I don't agree with his stance on it. But Jake did say, "Yeah, look, he'll make you love him during the season. Wait to the playoffs." That's what he said.
Yeah, man, different. Hey guys, you woke up, barbecue in the morning, everything was done. Would you eat it?
What?
If you woke up in the morning to a barbecue, everything was done. Barbecue, tailgate, whatever, everything's done. You eating it?
Sure,
Depending on who cooked it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so most like if it's somebody that you appreciate making it, you eating it, right?
You talk to a fat man about food, man. Of course I'm gonna eat.
The Stroud different. Because I was watching this interview a couple weeks ago with him at Ohio State tailgate, and they had barbecue all around, all done. And you know what he said? Nah, man, it's too early to have that. I can't have that. So you know the body right.
He dedicated.
Body right. He got the mind right. He on the field doing things, man. He different, dog. That man different.
I didn't know where that was going. I'm glad we stayed on.
I'm telling you.
I'm glad we stayed on.
People are looking at him like, what? He's like, what? He's like, nah, I can't eat that. He said, man, if it was late at night, yeah, I'll eat this. He said, but
yeah, all that barbecue have him running in sand all day. That shit's heavy, man. It's like that and like a real good pasta meal, you'll just be dragging your feet.
Man, different, man. Dude's an outstanding guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he don't catch the Texans bug. Stay away from massage therapies all around Houston, all around Texas, and you'll be good. Don't Deshaun yourself, Stroud, Because you are already erasing him. Hold on, the crazy thing. You're already erasing him.
No, he's gone.
It's only year one.
It's over. It's already over. He's already gone 8 games. Not even it's 8 games, and he's gone. No one cares. He's done. Bye. And
So
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. As a pure quarterback, like throwing the ball and making the reads, he looked better than any high point of Watson.
How's that ring of honor gonna be? I don't know if any team has like a Hall of Fame, Texas Hall of Fame, when Deshaun Watson gets in there.
It's gonna be a tile.
He's trying to go to the cock ring of honor. Like he ain't really. That dude's tripping. He sucked too now. That's crazy.
Just to put something into perspective for us. So Stroud threw for 5 touchdowns yesterday, right?
And like 400 yards. It's ridiculous.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Tua, Bryce Young, Geno, Pickett, Levis, O'Connell, Rippon, and Toon all combined for 4.
I thought that might be where that was going, but I was like, nah, it can't be it. But damn. Well, because so once you got past like 4 names, I'm like, there's no way 4 quarterbacks didn't get 100 yards. And you went to like 7 and they couldn't get
That's crazy.
Couldn't get anything. And
like
Lamar
quarterbacks didn't even play the whole game.
Lamar's like the brothers. Lamar's like the brothers fading me in on their parlays. Lamar, no lie. Next game, I'm riding with you.
I have to. He's on one of my fantasy teams.
I'll be real with you. Lamar, right now, as we speak, is outsmarting everybody. Because everybody has that same thought from day one since he got in the league, man. That, he does this, he does that. But now he's being smart and mindful with it now. And if he continues to do that and they're able to squeeze and win games, it's going to be – the AFC is going to be fucking epic come playoff time.
I do think we had some questions about Monken. It's looking better. It's looking better than it started. So maybe it was a learning curve for both of them. Him learning that he got Lamar and Lamar learning a whole new system. So we'll see how that plays out. He playing well though. That's also just stay in that division. You were talking about like how Stroud is the way he is different. I heard a thing about Joe Burrow. This man does not go to bed past 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock he go to bed. That's wild.
8 o'clock.
Little fun fact: 8 o'clock every night. Joe Burrow, shiesty.
And he got a wifey, right?
Yeah, I mean that makes it easier to stay home.
That's what I'm saying. It makes it way easier. Now you're at 8, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. She's like, yep, I'm in bed with you, Gerald. We sleeping in money, baby. We want to keep sleeping in money.
Yeah. But I just thought that was crazy that he just stick to it. And yeah.
Nah, man, a lot of these.
But anyway, Lamar balling.
The rookie balling.
Yeah,
the rookie really balling.
So let me ask y'all this:
he's balling with Nico Collins and a rookie. And a bunch of
right
people
now, his ranking in passing yards at 2,270, he's 7th. Passing touchdowns with 14, he's tied for 7th. Interception with 1, he's 1st. And passer rating of 102.9, he's 4th. Do we dare say he's already a top 10 quarterback?
Easy killer.
Easy. I mean, you rate 9. You know what I'm saying? It's the top 9. You know what I'm saying? Because we know who number 1 is. It's the top 9. And yeah, he's a top 9 quarterback.
Look, I'll give it to him in the sense that y'all collective motherfuckers was okay with Tua being that high on the list like 3 weeks ago. So it's a right now type of list.
Yeah.
So yeah, he right now, yeah, I guess you can't really what he's done this
season. He realistically is number 14, 15, but with the way he's playing, he jumping on the list. And I feel you, Will, man. Hey, people like that, Mike. Yeah, Tua the best
right now. He the GOAT. Also, the GOAT. Also, to be fair, he what was I gonna say? I distracted myself. That's crazy. Yeah, look, he's good. He's really good. But to be fair, like collectively, the league has watched. What's today? Monday. So it's Monday. The league has collectively seen 7.5 weeks of football of his. Like that's all the tape they got.
How much stock do y'all put in the QBR ratings?
It depends which one. The QBR, the one that can end in 158.3 is garbage.
No, this one is the one that ESPN
Based out of
does.
100.
And
Yeah, that one's better, but it still has flaws.
So right now, based on QBR, Stroud's at a 62.3 and he's ranked 12th.
That's fair. See, that's a better 12. I have no problem someone saying he's a top 12 quarterback. Top 10 requires a little bit of time, I feel like.
But in front of him, going from 11 to 1, you got Kirk Cousins, Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff, Tua, Minshew, Hurts, Dak, Herbert, Mahomes, Purdy, and Allen.
Yeah, whatever. I can't. Is there any one of those guys you're like, nah, they're way better than Stroud? Or Stroud's way better than it? Like, I don't think that. I think it's a fair list.
And the thing is,
Lewis,
they're not. He doesn't need to, like, you know what I'm saying, manage the game. Yeah, I said most of these rookie QBs to manage the game.
Yeah,
you're not asking him to manage the game.
Yeah, 5 TDs and 400 yards later.
You get a full potential. You get a full throttle, full potential, man. It would have been dope to see another matchup this year between him and Anthony Richardson. It would have been dope.
Yeah, managing for 5 touchdowns and 400 yards. He's managing to whoop y'all asses what he's managing, but he's not a game manager. He can ball. And again, I like Tank Dell, and I really like Nico Collins. Neither of them are a number 1 receiver. Neither of them. And he got them showing out. So, yeah, the kid can go.
One's going to come next year. Next year.
I wonder who they get. There's going to be some guy. I could see them taking Neighbors from LSU, who's got speed and about 6 feet. They try to. He's like somewhere in between Keyshawn Booty and Chase. He's good, but
hey, I'm gonna say this on wax right now. Before I say it, did Mike Evans get a contract extension? He held off the talks for the year, right?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. I think was it him or them? I think they stepped back.
I think it was them. He was trying to get one, but I think they missed it.
They stepped back. That's probably the right thing to do for them because I think they realize we're not going to.
Now they go get a veteran, and if they trust these guys, if they end the year strong like that, and these guys Tank and Nico continue to just do what they're doing in the system, for fantasy users, these guys can blow up in the fantasy drafts next year, depending on the situation, man. You know what I'm saying? You add a veteran.
You would think of Mike Evans go over there. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it could happen.
Mike Evans going to Houston?
It could happen. He a Texas guy, ain't he?
He is. He is.
So
I want to say I think he's from Galveston even.
If he really likes Florida, then he should thank Baker. Baker played him out of a trade. I think he would have been gone at the break. If they were like a 1 or 2 win team or 1 win team or no hope looking good, I think they would have. He said, "Yup, he's from Galveston." How the hell do you know that? My man just Googled it. There's a whole ass Mexican talk about, yeah, he's from Texas. I seen him yesterday. I seen him.
All right, man. We said we was going to talk about it before we go into studs and duds. Got to talk about the inevitable. Yeah. 2 said it best last night. Got to go in and listen to these trash ass Eagles fans talk their noise.
Good.
But at the end of the day, ain't nobody scared of that. It is what it is.
Man, they got battery.
I ain't never scared.
That's funny.
Let's talk about it, gents. Let's talk about it. So I was reading an article and they asked, did the Cowboys choke at the Eagles? Based on the report card. There's five things that they took a look at. Number 1, did they stop A.J. Brown?
No.
They said fail, but sort of.
He didn't
Now,
go
coming
for
to
like
the game,
150 or nothing like that, but he scored. He scored.
He went for
He
7 for 66.
66 yards, 7 catches, 66. Made
No
a hell of a
tutties?
check yesterday.
No tutties?
One tubby.
He still scored on y'all. How much y'all lose by? Yeah, yeah, they needed that.
But he's been eating everybody up with 125 yards a game.
I mean, his last low performance was 14th of September, week 2 against the Vikings. We only had four receptions for 29 yards. But you got to think about it. That's when he went to the locker room. He had to spurt with Hurts. Like, I'm getting the ball. Like,
y'all got something in common with Minnesota. That's fun.
Yeah, it is. Definitely. But now, in terms of containing him, we contained him. But at the same time, there's only certain things you can do against that freaking nature.
Yeah. And that he is. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is get the Texas Coast offense rolling. They gave him a pass on that.
Who?
So the Texas Coast offense is Mike McCarthy's play on combining what Dak was already doing and bringing in the concepts of the West Coast offense.
Oh, Texas Coast. I see what you. Yeah.
Nah,
I see what they did there.
I hate saying it looked good, but the results didn't look good. But there was some possessions where I'm just like, okay, I'm like, damn. And I want them to continue to keep it on the metal, but you can't do that in football. But you can't make mistakes in football, man. You know what I'm saying? There's too many mistakes yesterday. But in all, the offense, the coming out the bye, I like how it's pumping juice a little bit. I like that. It don't look like it's like stalled out. I felt like the last 2 weeks is like, 3 and out. It's a strong 3. Let it be a strong 3 and out. We can't have a lazy 3 and out.
That's true.
Not lazy 3 and out.
Yeah, that not number one receiver eating like a fat kid, though. I know that.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb. Definitely.
But look, the number one issue is very clear, and it's that Zeke is wearing the wrong jersey.
Yeah.
Very
Can the Patriots just waive him?
What was that?
Can the Patriots just waive him?
I know, right? He's the only good player on our team right now. It's bad. That isn't hurt. But yeah, like I can see, and I'm not even saying Zeke is some kind of world beater, but in the system, the way they wanted to run things, having Zeke around kept things on time. Things very much, they look like they're working, but they look very much like they're not on time. Like certain plays, sure, yeah, you finally worked out the defense and come up with some good plays. It's too little, too late. Or, like it's not clicking.
Respectable factor.
Even though they're balling, though, they're still ball. Like you got, like I said, CeeDee Lamb is eating. Ferguson had some plays, but yeah, I mean, your back's in the wrong position. You need a power back. He needs to move back to third down or like passing down back. And until y'all figure that out, this team as constructed, I don't think can win it. I just think they need a power. They need a back.
I'm gonna throw this out there too, and I think that goes back to the coaching. Dowdle does not run the ball that bad when he's in there. He runs with power.
Get the ball. Is he hurt?
No.
I don't.
But I
thought
think
he got hurt.
so caught up with Pollard being
so to getting their money worth. Like, pay him to do what he did to get the money.
He runs hard.
I don't understand why people think you pay somebody a certain amount of money, now suddenly they're supposed to be different than what they were.
That part.
Yeah, you can ask very much for the same thing that you were getting out of them and some improvement, but you basically paid them all this money and was like, now you're Zeke. Like, no, that's not how that works.
No, yeah, you paid him this money and said, now you're Zeke, and guess what?
And also,
he just got off a hospital bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we can't make it make sense, man, but I wish we had Zeke in this situation right now. Let this keep continuing to win, get into the dance. Maybe Tony Pollard has his day. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen Brandon Cooks have his day, but maybe Parlay would have a Brandon Cooks type situation. I mean, they're gonna continue to trust him because obviously they didn't make no moves. But yeah, man, like Coach said as well, man, probably got to interchange and use these different running backs. Try to get some sense for them too. They on our team, so might as well use them.
Y'all should have offered us a 7th and Gallup for Zeke. We would have traded him back.
What?
What's Gallup doing for y'all? We need wideouts. It's bad over here. It's bad over here.
Yeah, definitely. Gallup, we should have traded him a long time ago. Baltimore wanted him for like a 2nd or 3rd round, and we should have gave him up.
Yep.
Yeah. Rough.
Number 3.
Y'all just ain't using them.
Ride the turnover wave. They gave it a fail. They get any turnovers yesterday. That's usually dictates field possession. It dictates the pace of the game and extra possessions or overall opportunities to score. Now, granted, I think they fumbled 3 times and recovered all 3 yesterday.
Doing great. Yeah, too many turnovers. They got to, or not turnover, but like just plays that end drives, plays that penalties that end drives, penalties that just interrupt. They just not, like I said, I keep going back. They're not on time with any of the shit that they're doing, really. Even when shit's going well, overall, for what we saw them doing last year and the way they were doing certain things, it doesn't look the same. Not on time. Okay. Turnover situation, yeah, they didn't lose the turnover battle, right? Because they didn't lose any of the fumbles.
Correct.
Who, Dallas?
Well, yeah. Dallas didn't have any turnovers. And Philly had 3 fumbles, but they recovered all 3.
But they got them back. Okay, so yeah, no.
That crucial one in the 4th, man. That crucial one in the 4th that kind of was like, that's the first
they ran into each other. Yeah. Number 4, stop the Eagles' rushing attack. They gave them a fail. Coming into the game, STWF was the key and was held to about 41 yards on 15 carries yesterday.
But
Burt had 10 carries for 36 and a touchdown. I don't see how that's a fail. Now, situational,
yeah.
Had some points, but you know, that's not. I don't see that as a fail.
You couldn't get them off the field, though, huh?
Especially what could have happened. Yeah, bullshit ass. Refs dictating the game. Let them play.
Yeah, that's dirty.
And then the last one is number 5. Give the ball to number 88. They gave him a big pass. I will say this. I was coming into the season, I'm like, C's at number 1, but I'm like, is he a number 1 by default? But since he kind of publicly called out about not getting the ball, he's been eating. He ate yesterday, too.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the routes he had, he's breaking ankles out there, man.
Yeah. What did he have, like 1 something? And
191, 11
catches, 191. He ate.
Nothing says I'm open like 200 yards.
Now, overall, the Cowboys, that was a test for them yesterday. It was a tough test, but they did come away with some answers. They got some answers right. But then they got something wrong. Now, while I won't get them a failing grade, they showed up yesterday. And based on what I can overall see, it was a normal jab you see on social media, but it wasn't one of the ones like it wasn't a total kick in the teeth like it was against San Fran. It's like they had the ability to win that game several times yesterday. It just came up short on 2 particular plays, and they kind of choked at the end. But they choked by execution. That goes back on the coaching. Mm-hmm. Like, you and I were talking during the pre-show meeting. Stale was getting ate up out there. Riddick was eating them up. Graham was eating them up. Why were we not getting them help on that side? That goes back to coaching staff.
Maybe even higher. GM. We paid him all this money. You better be able to do it. All right. Fast track to a first.
I was sick last night because when the Eagles got the ball back on the second to last possession, turn my fucking TV off. This shit's crazy. I forgot my phone's on the Gamecast too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I watched the game and the Gamecast at the same time. Gamecast told me we got the ball back. Shit, fucking right. Then I seen the magic happening. Oh, the referee's trying to play for us now. And then they pulled the rope away from us. The offensive line did us dirty. Everything we talk about, coach, man, and I'm going to end it like this, man. The defense played good. The offense played good. The running backs played decent. Our offensive line played bad. I can't make this up, man. The black cat. The black cat. Right.
So, and not getting a full complete game, that's coaching.
Now I got a little bit of a soundbite here.
Uh-oh.
Like I always tell you guys, the margin of penalties and errors is so slim.
This Mike.
I mean, we step on the goal line, knee hits the ground before the goal line. Crucial penalties on drives that we should have got off the field. It's a hard league to win in, and when you kind of beat yourselves on certain things and other factors don't help, it really hurts. So, I mean, you could take away the game that there was a chance we could have won. Either way you look at it, it was a close game. It was 50-50 toss-up. We had a chance to win there at the end, but we didn't. So we got to get back to the drawing board and get ready for next week.
So it was a close game. I think a lot of people probably thought Philly was going to blow them. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. My fault.
No, I just think a lot of people thought that Philly was going to blow them out like they got blew out by San Fran. They showed up yesterday for the most part.
All right, and I can appreciate that. But what we're not going to do at STWF on the parlay is moral victories. we're not going to do that. We're not going to do moral victories. But
there ain't no moral victory. We lost on the goddamn field.
Yeah,
we lost yesterday.
Right.
And hold on, the worst part about it, I'm gonna keep saying it. You sucking me back in to turn the TV back on, and then you fucking lost it again. I can't make this up.
Conspiracy time with Will.
My Sunday was predicated on the Cowboys win. We came out there with the juice. I seen the Eagles; they were gonna stay around the game, but we had too many fucking chances to hit a touchdown to win. They basically gave the game up. They didn't want to play no more. And we lost the game. You can blame anything you want, but we had the possessions to win the game.
Yeah. You got to stop playing your weekends around disappointments.
It's crazy.
But conspiracy time with Will, real quick. We want to do that right quick. At what point, or do you believe possibly that the star may be too big for this generation of players to ever buckle it down and everybody be on the same page the way you need to be a champion? I think it's all too much. It's Dallas. It's Jerry. It's the star. They play in a fucking nightclub. Like, it's people go there and don't care about the game. Whole ass club over here happening. Whole ass club, red carpet and all. And there's a football game going on over here. I just wonder if this, in this social media and with these young players and in this day and age, can a team survive that atmosphere and be a champion within it? How y'all feel about that?
What a great conspiracy.
I'm going to say this.
Are too big.
As long as Jerry is going Jerry, it's not going to happen, because what you're going to have, you're going to have a coach who's the disciplinarian in there, and the coach who dictates who actually plays and doesn't play. And right now, it's a known fact that if you befriend Jerry, you Gucci, no matter who the coach is. That's a known fact.
Yeah, ain't nobody listening to Doughboy McCarthy. Like, that dude, he's the state
hey,
like,
hey. Shit, man. Listen,
I don't like anything he says about football, McCarthy.
I don't want
not nothing, bro. And I'm sure, and he has forgotten more quality football information than I probably ever will obtain. But I just don't like when he speaks about football.
So do you think Dan Quinn is his replacement?
Anyone. He needs to go sell refrigerators.
I'm gonna say yes. You know why I'm gonna say yes?
Why?
I think it's a handshake agreement Why has Dan Quinn not left?
Yeah. Does he really just love Jerry? Doubtful. Does he love Dallas? I mean, the food, I'm sure, is pretty good, but yeah, you don't. Although that's like if you're not going to be a head coach, which he could be some places, but if you're not going to be a head coach, that has got to be the craziest place to just be a defensive coordinator. Dallas, everything is just, it's a spectacle. You guys are the Barnum and Bailey circus.
It's Jerry Mania.
Yeah, you very much are WWE as a franchise. Like, it's just like successful, wildly popular, and
well, guess what?
For shit you did in the 90s.
Stick your conspiracy up your behind. Like I like the conspiracy, no lie. Maybe it is too big. Maybe it is too big. Maybe it is too big. But guess what? Y'all better give you in the fucking reality, man. I'm still here. I need a championship, man. Fuck out of here. You ain't listen to that. I need a championship. And fuck all that shit. I need shit.
But that's part of it. That's part of it. The expectation of excellence, despite recent history, is pretty high. And I think that's, I don't know. It's not like they're choking, but it just seems like in the bigger moments, I think
they find a way. Here's a difference.
They cowboy it out.
When
they find a way.
Here's the difference. When Jimmy was the coach, he prepared them for crucial moments in the game.
Situational football.
Situational football. And it helps that Jimmy was I think he was a psychology major, if I'm not mistaken.
So he knew how to get through to people.
He knew how to get through to people. And he put them in position. I think I've even heard players say that Jimmy prepped them to where no situation was too big for the moment for them. That's why when they went into San Francisco as the youngest team to be in the NFC Championship game, and they handled business because they expected to be there, and they knew if they executed, played their game, they'd win. He didn't see that in quite some time because Mr. Burns is in the way.
Yeah. And that's definitely part of it, coaching. But like, none of them players, except maybe Prime Time, even though I know y'all gonna think when you hear what I'm gonna say, y'all probably think he's the number one candidate. But almost none of that team, that famous Dallas Cowboys team that won rings, almost none of that team would have made it, in my opinion, through a social media era. At least not the way they were acting. They would have had to adjust. Now, I'm not saying
they begin to spin it left and right.
Michael Irvin would have been Josh Gordon.
Michael,
yeah.
That's actually the greatest. Yeah, that's the greatest analogy for him. Yeah. I just don't know. Look, those players were great, but they didn't play in a nightclub. They didn't. I mean, and they didn't have to deal with. I mean, all the players got to deal with that, but Dallas is different.
Right.
The same reason why y'all can come up here and we always playfully ask. Y'all always playfully ask why y'all extra hard on the Cowboys, despite like we don't care about y'all and everybody got something to say about the Cowboys. It's all of that. It's all the same reason why I think sometimes the struggle is real for the Dallas Cowboys players. I'm not giving them an excuse. They got to be better. You want to play there. You put the star on the helmet. You sign the contract. So step up. But I think
it's just low hanging fruit.
It is low hanging fruit. I feel like it's like playing for the Knicks or LA. Like it's so big. Every night is a spectacle. Every night.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, we'll take us a quick break. We'll be back about 15, 20. Hold on to your butts.
Yeah.
That was good with the people. It was Montreal McNeander, NFL linebacker for the Cleveland Browns, and Grambling alumni. I had to come through today. Give a special shout out to my dudes over at STWF Media, the big brand, where you can talk sports with the other NFL players, fans in their Facebook community. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go get them boys a shout out. Go check out their page. And I promise you, man, you're gonna love everything that you hear and enjoy it.
Go get it.
You're hanging out with your boys. You're over here hanging out with us on the play call sheet Monday nights. We got an update of the score yet?
Oh, yes. We got to update. We got to update the Chargers out there, man. was looking real gravy, man, to start the game, man, with a defensive touchdown, and Austin Eckler gets in as well. They are up 17-3 at halftime over the New York Jets. Not really a lot of offense going on here, but hey, the Chargers are up. This is a game that they should win, and they shouldn't be happy about it. But like I said the other day, if Justin Herbert can't beat Zach Wilson, then it's a problem. He doesn't really got to do a lot tonight.
Yeah, I wonder what this was about right here. You think Michael Parsons is not the same, or people game playing for him this year, or he puts all in his channel than football.
Yeah, it's YouTube. It's him being more vocal, more talkative in the stream. You know, he wants to be Draymond Green.
Yeah.
That's what's going on right now. And I've said that a couple of times, Anthony. And you know, he's come to play the last few games. You know, match the talk with the football game. If you can do that, cool. But when it becomes that your mouth is more powerful than your play, gotta set bound a bit.
Yeah, I don't think it's him. I mean, even if he's not playing his tip top, he's gravity. Everything pulls towards him regardless.
Right.
I just think they're running at him. I think they're running it right down his throat, and I think that's not always. I think Dallas got to move him around more. They should move him around, switch his side every now and then.
I think they did a little bit of that yesterday because he had some moments.
Right.
But then at the same time, I'm just gonna throw this out there. The social media, the podcast, it could be a turnoff for some people. Like, focus on football. Some people can think that because there's a lot of times, I'm not just saying this because I'm a Cowboy fan, he gets a lot of non-calls. He gets held a lot. But could somebody subconsciously be like, it's Micah. He's all right. He can handle it. But then, like I said last night on the OT Star Talk, LT got held a lot. Reggie White got held a lot. Aaron Donald gets held a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say that you're great, you got to play through that shit.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. But you can't. You know who he reminds me of? When he gets held, and he immediately just throws his hand up and he just starts complaining. Luka.
Yeah. And y'all in the same state wilding out.
Yep.
They need to have a dinner, man. Figure it out. Go get them boys, man. Let them know. This ain't it.
So we'll look at some studs and duds real fast before we do the power rankings.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna throw some studs out for this week. Let me know if y'all agree with them. If you don't, obviously we talked about him earlier. C.J. Stroud of the Texans.
Stud of the week.
Yeah.
Rashad White of the Buccaneers.
Good one.
I'm not giving him a stud. He finally showed the fuck up. Finally, no.
This one is a stud. Josh Jacobs of the Raiders.
Yeah,
Josh Jacobs.
He's carrying an entire franchise that doesn't want to be there on his back. So yeah.
Hey, hold on. They don't even want him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, none of it.
They reluctantly gave him a contract.
Ridiculous.
He's on the franchise tag, right?
Yes.
He's gone next year. Bye.
Tank Dell of the Texans.
Stud.
CeeDee Lamb.
Stud. Hey, shout out to CeeDee, man. I've been on your ass, CeeDee. You heard me?
Oh, he heard you for like 2 or 3 weeks now. He's been shitting on dudes.
And Dalton Schultz of the Texans.
Dalton Schultz has been on here a couple times in the last month, man.
Dalton.
But how Jakey do yesterday, though?
Jakey looked good yesterday, man.
Yeah.
Now the duds. Geno Smith.
Yeah, man. Geno's been on this list a couple times, man. Last few weeks.
You wait a whole year for this. Penny Pendergrass over there.
This one, he's on here as a dud, but I think he's hurt, and then I tell him how bad it is. Bijan Robinson.
He ain't a dud. They suck. They just don't. They're not using him correctly. And he also, maybe injured.
Didn't they already do something like this about not telling them that he was hurt?
Yeah, but it's like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Like what, man? B. John, do your 3-year service. Don't run your body in the ground and get a Trace and Wells and then blossom.
Kayvon Thibodeau, aka Waller. That's funny.
Let me see. We got Cooper Kupp.
Sure.
Yeah, it's reality. I mean, shout out to Cooper Kupp. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a guy that, any other game you still got to look out for him. But, I mean, it's reality now. You went
Stafford
from,
didn't play yesterday.
Who?
You went from Triple Crown.
Yeah. Whole team did nothing. How we calling Kupp out?
No, we're not calling him out.
No, I'm saying the list, not us.
Oh,
the list.
They gonna call him out. Because when you put up Triple Crown stats, it don't matter who the QB is. You're supposed to put in that work. That's why he on this list.
Who threw him the ball?
I'm not. Hold on. I can explain to you who's throwing the ball, right, kid? Whatever the hell his name is. But he supposed to at least, get a 6. He supposed to be Kobe. He in Los Angeles.
That's true.
It's Smush Parker he playing with at quarterback.
Hey, Kobe still got 50 with Smush on the court.
That's because he lost the ball. Football don't work like that. You can't do it.
And then the last one is Travis Kelce.
He still sometimes he plays based on how he feels to play. Man, I feel like he's still a little bit banged up from the injury he had early in the season. To me, but sometimes the drugs work, sometimes the drugs don't.
And also, teams are 8 weeks into seeing, y'all ain't got shit else to pass to. Yeah, okay, triple this guy. Like, it's not right. Y'all ain't running the ball. Your next best receiver is a rookie and a bunch of number 5s. And
again, also,
stop this one guy.
How much of an impact did the enemy have on that offensive scheme? Look at what Washington's doing.
What are they doing?
Sam Howell looked like Patrick Mahomes, 400-something yards.
Yeah, one game, and another game, he's throwing interceptions to a guy who's as far as the camera is from me. Like,
Hey, but the scheme and the coaching got them that win yesterday against New England.
Oh, tough win there. They really but see, what you don't realize is you're sending shots actually for me because you're just helping my argument, which is they struggle with the Patriots. The enemy's
no. We're not going to do that because we ain't calling the Washington Commanders a top 10 team. They look better than the Patriots only because
they struggled with the Patriots.
They only look better than the Patriots because they have a respectable QB.
They shouldn't look better at all.
Huh?
What I'm saying is it doesn't matter. They struggle with one of the worst teams in the league.
I mean, no, we're gonna play like this. The Patriots ain't that terrible.
Yeah,
they just playing terrible. They playing terrible. Respectively, they where they want to be in games. They was in that game, and the piece that they need ain't running right. The QB position for them ain't running right. If they had a different QB this year, a lot of these games will be flippable games. I'm telling you.
My man, that's a Macintosh in one hand and Red Delicious in the other. Them shits are both apples, bro.
This team has given up on Mac Jones. I'm gonna say it right now, week 9. They have given up on Mac Jones. They all have given up on Mac Jones. The only person that has not given up on Mac Jones yet is the center.
Look,
because he got to hike his ass the ball.
You can write the story however you want to write it, but the ending is the same. They struggle with the bomb-ass Patriots. Look, even the only good thing about our team is the defense, which the 2 best players have done so far. They're not in the game. It got so bad that we traded for a guy we didn't want to pay and brought him back in J.C. Jackson. So look, it ain't good, man. Our team isn't good. Now, I'll give you this. Mac has played like a human, at least, for the last 2 games. He's played somewhat.
Yeah, but that pick he threw yesterday was bad.
No, No, I'm not doing that. They're all bad when he throws them. They're all bad. There's no good picks from him. Actually, I just lied to you because there was one good pick. The last pick wasn't even his fault, and it ended the game.
Yeah, that's fair.
But that's Bill's fault because for some
when
reason
the Patriots game gonna be $20, man. That's all I'm asking for. Holiday special, dog.
you not get to sit here and be pro Cowboy shitting on the Patriots whenever you want to, and then ask for handouts for them to make you smut, and they don't work that way.
You know why? I need tickets to the game.
Get out of here.
So I can go live and clown all these motherfuckers. I want to see some TV.
Nah, you good, Bree. Anytime's a good time. We appreciate you showing up.
Much love, Bree.
Hold on, and you know it's over in Patriot land when what? Your special teams helping people out in the last few minutes of the game. That's when you know you're done. The Patriots predicate a lot of the team success on a lot of things, but special teams where they had the edge in. You know what I'm saying? And when you got your special teams on the helm, similar to like the offensive line we talked about in Dallas, you fucked up.
Also, I had some fun with it because we were having fun back and forth, and I strayed away from this particular point. But the point was, the Redskins offense, if you go look at their stats, they're not for what Bieniemy is talked about as and what we view him as. Their offense hasn't made a jump like that. It's pretty much doing the same thing it was doing last year, for the most part. They just have a quarterback who's been there a little longer now. Howell, he's been there. So
you know what it is too. I'm gonna be real with you. You know what it is, True. They've dealt with the injury bug on the offensive side the last few years. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they have a defense too, but offense, you know, they have some guys. We rated about them guys before the season started, the receiver core.
Yeah.
They have a decent running back. Brian Robinson Jr. is a very, very decent running back. I like the kid. You know what I'm saying? He goes out there, doesn't do the craziest stuff, but you know what I'm saying? He's going to touch the ball for you. He wants the ball. You know what I'm saying? And for me, hey, you replace Sam Howell with somebody that you're like, damn, okay. And I feel like Bieniemy's offense will really show. And I like that point that you said that they look the same because the Commanders look the same as they did last year. I feel like the only difference is this year is that week by week these same players are going to come in and play in the game.
Yeah, and they're a tough out every week, whether they win or lose. They're a tough out. They play hard. I'm not. The offense may even be a little better, but it's not better by enough that we're like, yo, Eric Bieniemy. I want it to be that. It's just, but it really hasn't necessarily. Now they've had some games where they looked.
He's helped Rivera a lot, though. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's hard not to. Rivera sucks. I think they have an opportunity to build upon this, but just like Ant just said, I don't see that. Put it like this: with this performance by Bieniemy and this offense, they're not gonna rush to give him that job next year. They're not. No. So that means they're gonna have to bring someone else in, which means unless he's gonna wait that out and also fail, because if the coach does good, that job's not gonna open up. If the coach does bad, Bieniemy might be going with him. So I don't think he's gonna get to head coach the Commanders. I can't believe I called them that. Washington football team. That's what they are. I think he could do enough to make the next job possible. I don't think he's going to coach this team. Could be wrong. I've been wrong on plenty.
It won't be the first or the last, huh?
No. I do want to know why Toot got the prison hat on, though.
Oh, yeah, we out here.
It's the prison Scully. It's the prison orange, so you can't run.
All right, so let's look at this week's power rankings. Let's see.
This is wild.
So right off the bat, we got number 10.
I'm about to say, we usually doing that.
The Cleveland Browns, they were not ranked last week. This is according to Fox Sports. They're 5-3.
Yeah, you got to. You know what I'm saying? And you got to say, what can Deshaun Watson be? You know what I'm saying? Or, with this defense. He could be very respectable. This team could be a very respectable team. They've earned this top 10, not because of what you see on the offensive side, what they've done on the defensive side.
Yeah.
And this is a good spot right here for them. And this is actually like they're not number one, but this is number one for me for this week, man. It's the Cleveland Browns, man.
They're winning despite their quarterback play, which is impressive. That's
right. Like I said, even if he gets on the helm and say, okay, I'm okay, and then he has a string of games, like he needs that. Hopefully, in the next few games, he can get his somewhat mojo, some type of mojo. Because if he can get some type of mojo and his defense continues to play the way they are, sure.
He could be the most average version of what he was at Texas, at Houston, and they'll be in the playoffs easily. But like that, this team is starting to look, and it feels so funny saying this because you would never put these two quarterbacks in the same conversation. But this is looking like the Bears or Rex Grossman. That's how good the defense is playing.
Yeah.
That defense is locking shit up, giving people nightmares, and winning with basically Rex Grossman at quarterback. He's black. Rex Grossman. He can move a little bit.
Number 9. Dallas coming in at 5-3. They were number 9 last week.
I'm a little bothered that they didn't move. So at 5-3, right? Both have 5-3 records. Cleveland should be ahead of them.
Nah, yeah, Cleveland should be ahead of them on despite that they beat the team that Dallas didn't beat. But you got to figure
out number one something.
You got to figure what Dallas played against. This kind of plays in the Feckle. And you got to realize, too, Fox is Dallas's friend. If we have any true friends, it's Fox. So
Dallas helped make Fox.
That's a good
Fox helped us out.
Great point, too.
That is a great point.
Take note.
I had not considered such, sir. You're all correct.
Number 8, the Miami Dolphins.
That's actually a big hit. 5-spot drop, despite being in the game and still being a 6-3 team. Somebody doesn't think they're real, and that somebody works at Fox.
Fox, yeah. Jay Glazer doesn't think this Miami team.
He's all set. Sounds like Skip Bayless did this right here.
Number 7, San Francisco 49ers, regular 5-3. Last week they were number 6.
Damn, they dropped to the bye. That's fucked up.
They also lost 3 in a row going into the bye. So
interesting to see. So damn, they gave them another loss. It'll be interesting to see what they do at the bye, man. Got some time to reflect, and we'll see you next week, San Fran.
I want to say though, we should all be careful or watch out for what happens with San Fran. Like the way they were playing in a bad way if you're not a Niners fan. Good way if you're a Niners fan. I say it because they were riding high. They were winning games. They were looking unstoppable. What can we do with McCaffrey? What can we do with Debo? Ayuk is finally being who we expected him to be. Kittle's an afterthought, and he's still on the team. And Purdy is controlling it all. And our defense is one of the best. We are just, who can fuck with us? And then you lose 3 straight games. And now your coach actually has something to shit on you the entire bye week. Whereas you go into that bye week with just one of those or 2 of those losses, coaches can always find something, but he got a lot more ammo for 3 losses that were in a row, and they looked bad during some of those. So I think coaching staff is going to dig in their ass in the bye week. They were thinking they were going to slide into this bye week, have some nice little time off. Nah, it ain't happening now. You lost 3 in a row. Ain't no vacation. Ain't no time off.
Right.
We here every day. So I think they can come out and really start smashing on people, honestly. And they can get a little health. They needed. This is the perfect time for that team to get a bye week.
One thing that did happen during their bye week is that they regained possession of the NFC West
without even having to play.
Yep.
So, and one of the teams that, even though they were not in the running for that division, one of the teams that may have given them some random trouble shipped the quarterback out. Dobbs gone. By the way, special performance by Dobbs. I don't even care about the numbers. The man shows up, doesn't know a damn person, on this team. My man was like, I know some first names, and then persisted to name two. He knew two people's first names on this team, and they got to win. So that's impressive. Dobbs, keep doing your thing.
The ultimate pickup game.
Unbelievable.
So hold on. So Dobbs is Dobbs is Minshew.
It's crazier than even Minshew, honestly. It's crazy.
Hold on, but that's what they say about all these fucking QBs that put in that work that Josh do. Hey, it's good to see him doing good things. I always had a thought in my mind like, damn, he's not bad, but he's not the best. But you know who he predicated, his mental for the game?
What was that?
Mike Tomlin. He thanked Mike Tomlin and said Mike Tomlin's the reason why he's able to go into the game the way he is. If
only he could make his own players play that good. Maybe he should have kept him. Maybe he should have kept Dobbs.
To be real with you, I'm gonna be real with you. It was good for him. It was good for him. It was good for him to have a black coach. Keep it real. I'm gonna say it right here. It was good for him to have a black coach. Because if you probably would have had a white coach, man, and the way that you probably would have got canned a long time ago, your career would have been over. But because Pittsburgh kept you there, able, learn some things. You was able to learn the mentals of the game, learn the ways of the game. So your mind's right. You get a situation where your mind doesn't become not right, and you're out there with a positive mindset.
I'll half agree with you. I think it is a good thing that he had a black coach, but I don't think Gino had white coaches. He got to stay around. What I will say is that
but you got to remember Gino went to West Virginia.
The hell that got to do it? I mean, I get what
look. Hey, think about it real nice.
It's real white in West Virginia. I understand that part, but the man still
look at him. The Jets. Hold on. The Jets took him as a starting QB in New York.
There was no.
We ain't gonna say no. We all know that
They took Sanchez too.
Hey, they took Sanchez. Real talk, man.
I will say Tomlin was good for him, but maybe Tomlin should have kept him, had him play there if he was really good for him.
Should have had him as playing over. Is Mason Rudolph still in the league?
Who cares? But I think so.
Number 6 on record of 5-3, not ranked last week. The Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, they're in rare Cincinnati. I would say, actually, no, it's a wrong word to use. It's not rare. They do this every year. They're in Cincinnati form at this time of the year. So,
paper bag. They're trying to really take off them paper bags and really throw them away. That's what I'm gonna say about it. Shout out to them.
Look, y'all about 10 years away from wearing those again yourselves. So, scale it back a little bit.
Nah,
it won't happen because y'all got too much pride to put the bag on, but that don't mean like.
Nah, Burnham's coming out, man. They're coming out guns blazing right now.
Coach is like, well, this is funny, but I don't think it's fucking funny. So how about you move on to the next segment?
Hey, I don't see it happening, man. Jerry ain't got too much longer left.
But that assumes that he doesn't give it to a family member who does the same thing that he does.
I've always told everybody, you better hope and pray that he gives the team to Charlotte. If he gives it to Catboy, we're
done.
We're done. That dude's cheap as fuck.
Maybe y'all need that though. Maybe y'all need a team that wants to play there and doesn't just want the big bucks and all that shit. And I'm saying it, it's not happening. But I can.
He put his dad up against a wall when he went behind his back and signed Dion. Prime time.
Who did? The son?
Stephen Jones did.
Good. He's a legend. Prime time. Y'all gonna get them rings without prime time?
No, I'm saying Stephen put Jerry up against the wall.
So he don't. Oh, so he got mad at Jerry because Jerry spent the money.
He spent the money on Dion.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe you don't want him in there. I thought you were saying that like he was the one who went out and got Dion.
That's why I'm hoping Charlie gets the team.
Yeah. It's all bad, man.
Number 5, the Detroit Lions coming in 6-2. Previously, number 8.
Coming in hot. Yeah, top 5. That's fun. You wouldn't really think of the Lions being top 5 right now. It's funny because everybody was so high on them coming into this season, and I think they lost like one game, and everybody's like, "Oh, maybe they're not what we thought." Like one game, and then
I'm in for the long haul.
Yeah,
I
me
believe
too.
in Dan Campbell.
I believe in Dan Campbell, and Goff does his thing. They got a nice little team. I like what they're doing. But yeah, like it was like 2 games, and people were like, "Oh, it's the Lions. They 6-2."
Shout out to the Lions, man. 6-2,
Yeah,
man.
6-2 out here, man. And they
Jacksonville 6-2. They stay padded number 4.
I want to see. They didn't play this week, right? They had a bye.
I think they had a bye.
Yeah, I want to see what this team does out the bye. I want to see it because we've seen it we've seen those. They were supposed to win the division last year. We've seen that. Now this year is like, okay, they're supposed to win it, but I want to see how they perform because you got the rookie in Houston. I want to win some more games. I possibly want to chase a playoff spot. They already beat the Jaguars too. So ultimately, you're going to have to come out here and show something. Like Jacksonville, like this is what you are. Like Sunshine, I know they call you Sunshine. You're going to have to show some dog. You're going to have to show some real dog in you in the next few weeks, I feel.
Call me crazy.
Because the last thing Jacksonville wants is to be playing Houston for the South in week 18 or whatever week the last week. You know,
well, what'll probably happen, what they really don't want is to play them a third time in the playoffs. That's what they really don't want.
Third time is not a charm.
No, that third time is gross. Playing any team, third time in the season is awful. Call me crazy. Lions are a top 3 team in the NFC. I will not call you crazy. I like them better than the Jaguars as well.
Lions are the 4th best team in the NFC. They're third based on the record. They're third based on the record, and you can take that, and that's fine.
And then it's some.
And you can take the regular season. You can take the regular season because they was on the up as the season ended last year. So take it, but they still gotta, like a lot of teams may not, but some teams will be in the playoffs, and they have to prove themselves there. I mean, pretty much with the way the division is over there with them, there's no competition. They should get a playoff spot. They should get a home game. But Dan Campbell, those guys are gonna have to win a home game. This is a 30 for 30 type reaction here. The Lions' first playoff game in a grip is gonna be a home game, and those fans are gonna be up all night, probably for a week straight, waiting for that game. It's gonna be a lot. We talked about Dallas and the big lights and all that. Well, Detroit's gonna become Dallas. Can they handle that?
No, they're not.
Dallas number 1.
Look. You can't even drink that water. Ain't nobody turning them into Dallas again. They need bottled water.
It sure ain't the Commanders.
Nah.
Coming in number 3, last week number 5 at 7-2, the Baltimore Ravens.
Sure.
I think there was number 1 in some of them last week I saw.
I like that they're 7-2, and if they're 7-2, that means they haven't had their bye week yet.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't think they get their bye week for a couple more weeks.
Which seems like the perfect time for them to get it.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Dallas is number 3.
Number 1.
No. In your heart, maybe, but
my heart.
Coming in number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. Last week, number 2, regular 7-2.
That's
he just keep winning. All he does is win. All Patrick Mahomes does is win, man. Sounds like T-Boyish, right? But he's nowhere near that guy. That guy's nowhere near Mahomes, I should say. Hey, great game yesterday. Great game against Miami yesterday. Continue to win games, man. Continue to be the top organization in football. Grind out games.
The only there's 2 positives to take away from the Chiefs this year, and only 2. And
what's
it's
that?
The defense, the way the defense is playing.
Yeah,
they got Spags is over there, right? Spagnola.
Spags is real.
Yeah. Spags is showing people once again what he does, not as a head coach, but as a defensive coordinator. This is what he does. And then on top of that, the second thing that they can enjoy or take solace in is that despite their team not being what people thought it was, they are 7-2 and they're winning in close games. But I don't like how some of these games are close. They had 21-0 at halftime, and I don't care if that's versus a team who scored 70 in a game at some point. You don't turn that into a close game. This is not how you're supposed to do it. They are very Chiefs are one of the most beatable 7-2 teams I've ever seen. They're beatable, but it may be just the direction or
similar to what we said about Joe Burrow earlier, man. They're getting hot. You want to try to catch these guys, and like I said, like you said, they could be a beatable team. You want to kind of beat them now before Patrick gets on his Joe Burrow shit. I don't know if it's team, but it got
Spags got his start as an NFL coach under Jim Johnson.
I'm about to say, if you tie this back to Dallas again,
no.
I mean, kind of. Jimmy Johnson's kind of, but nah.
No.
Yeah, Spags, he's the real one, man. He in the Dan Quinn school of when we coach defense, it works.
And no surprise at number one last week, number one record of 8-1, best record in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles.
And they also have the same distinction that I gave the Chiefs in that they're able to win close games, even though sometimes they should not be close games.
Yeah.
Fuck the Eagles.
Be all right.
Fuck the Eagles.
No, I agree. The Eagles can be beat. Yeah, I agree. Eagles can be beat.
I've been saying
even
they gave up that they gave up that game yesterday. They basically said, Dallas, take the shit, and we fucking boggled it 3 straight times. Like, they were done yesterday. It was too much physicality on the field yesterday, and we slipped away. I agree with you, Ant. I feel like not scared, but this
he's hurt.
Yeah, I think he's hurt too. Yeah,
Hurts is hurt.
And before we tap in for more Monday Night Football, got the updates for Week 9.
Yay!
Yesterday, I went 7-6 so far. 2 went 8-5, and Chill and Jake went 9-4.
Oh shit!
So season to date right now, Took is in first place at 81-54. I'm behind him at 80-55. Jake is at 78-57, and Will is at 77-58.
That's some bullshit.
Very close. Very close.
Not close enough for me.
And probably won't change too much because we all took the Chargers tonight except for Jake.
Oh well, Jake. I'm 2 behind him, so now I'm gonna be 1 behind. Son of a.
Jake's doing his best Billy Hoyer.
Y'all gonna be tied.
I thought I was
gonna be
bad.
tied.
Oh, okay.
You're 77-50 and he's 78-57.
Okay, tied up. I just keep tying with the last place guy. This is not where I want to be. We'll need to pick upset games. Yeah, I gotta stop picking chalk. You're right, Ed.
Ed, I'm telling motherfuckers, I've been doing it for the last month. That's why I got it first.
But it's wild trying to play catch up with upsets. Like,
yeah, it is. I thought I was doing that to the first 4, 5.
You would just dig a hole, bro. Like it's like
I think that hole real good, huh?
You can dig it even deeper. I could be down like one bad week for me, and I'm never catching back up in this thing.
That's how I was 2
hey,
weeks
Will,
ago.
this not with me, dog. Whether I pick Will, just pick him.
I might just start Casper in your ass. Just ghost you, like just straight trace everything you do and just live with the results.
Oh man.
Hey, Bree. Bree gonna be our guest on the chop up tomorrow. Hey, Breeze, the chop up. Bring what you want to bring, man. It's always surprising until we get this stuff to basically. So you're gonna be in contact with Coach, and you're gonna give Coach your topic. It's freestyle topic. Any topic you want to bring to the table, bring to the table. Just as long as it's not about me. You know what I'm saying? We don't need a show about me. You know what I'm saying? We already see enough of me.
Show's already about him. So let's just
and for real, man. It was gonna be great to see Bree over here at the chop up tomorrow.
Yeah,
we're gonna try to get some guests every Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? If it's every week or every other week. You know what I'm saying? Bring some minds in here, man. If anybody's interested in, joining an episode of the Chop Up, let us know.
Ooh, she's talking turkey. She know where the bread's buttered on this show.
Nah, we don't want to talk no.
She's trying to get a residency.
As long as ain't no dry turkey, we good.
She trying to get a residency. She's trying to set up shop in here, man. Move one of us out.
Talking about food.
Talk about food. She know what to do. Pushing all the right buttons over there. It's gonna be fun.
What's the score of the game right now?
Every time
score of the game.
Goddamn commercial. I swear to God.
It is 17-6 Chargers. 2:31 left in the third quarter.
It's all about glazed ham.
Anthony, I'm about to tell you, man, I got a turkey that rivals a ham.
Ooh.
Glazed ham bomb.
Oh,
you know what's crazy?
And time out. And I got a sandwich you can put both the turkey and the ham in. You ain't gotta have this whole situation. We could just have them all. Like, there's no need to do this.
I'm gonna grab me a pork shoulder, man. You know what I'm saying?
Same with yeah. Pork shoulder. I can't make pork shoulder for like a whatchamacallit? What a fucking holiday, because I want to just make chicharron whenever I get pork shoulder.
I've been making carnitas.
Does Miss Marie make chicharron?
No, she does not.
How dare she? I'm about to have a talk with her. She got me chicharron.
Who cares about the turkey? It's all about glazed ham. Tell him, man.
You been eating some bad turkey, bro. You gotta brine it properly, and you gotta get the right wood to smoke it.
Yep.
He eating that white turkey.
Perfect.
Yo, stuffing cupcake filled with a turkey. Oh my God! Can you send some to me? I'll give you my address tonight.
She out here talking stuffing. Crazy
stuffing
cupcake filled with turkey
meatball with whipped potato frosting candy.
So she I need people who ain't foodies. If you're not a foodie, I need you to understand. She took it to an art form. Like, she got real Picasso with that one, because she's recreating the cupcake and giving you the Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving ingredients, but it's still finna look like a cut. You fucking up the game, bro. You gotta chill with that, man. You can't be doing that.
that sounds bomb diggity.
That's wild. That's wild right there. We're gonna get crazy tomorrow. I can't wait now. I'm gonna be at work like, can I go home?
It's not fried, it's smoked. It's smoked. I do a fried turkey too. Normally I do 2 turkeys every year. But this year we're gonna do spiral ham and a smoked turkey.
You drop them in still frozen, create a rocket in your house.
Yeah.
It's a bomb. It's just Coach's turkey.
The brine is real, man. It's based with oranges and apple juice. It's real.
Oh man, that sounds like crazy.
Now I want some turkey.
Well, you in the right month for that mindset. See, if you was a real fat boy, your answer would have been, I always want turkey.
No, I don't always want turkey. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. I used to want turkey all the time, but nowadays, like I said, man, the glazed ham, you always, and I've been real jiggy with it for the last like 5 Thanksgivings on the pork shoulder. So
looks like he ate some.
I'll pass turkeys around, but you know what I'm saying? Turkey, unless I'm going to somebody else's crib.
OG Bumpy Johnson out this motherfucker. He said, I'll pass turkeys around. Like, two off the back of the truck. Like,
you get a turkey.
It might be a chop up Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah.
Pre-Thanksgiving activities. We might tell y'all tomorrow how to act, how not to act on Thanksgiving. Don't be trying to get it to go plate before you actually eat your first plate and stuff like that. We're gonna tell you that.
I got a cousin, an older cousin. Every time we go to my grandmother's house when she was still alive, he literally would walk in. This is back the big paper bags. He put the full size groceries in.
Oh yeah.
He would unfold it out of his back pocket, pop that bitch, and proceed to fill it up.
Let's go. Like he's at the grocery store. I can dig it. So my grandmother on my father's side, we would go to, like, she had the house in Brockton. It's the house. I mean, anybody going there, somebody gonna show up at some point. Like, to the point where people who are randomly living there throughout the year, they hide. because they don't want to see all the people that's gonna come through here. But she would literally, as she made it, yeah, she did. She had it in the big old Tupperwares and stuff like that, and the big old tinfoil Tupperwares and stuff. But still, so she would fill those up, and then whatever's left in the pots and stuff like that, that just start going into the take home. Yeah, I mean, so she had a bunch of containers from like takeout, and she would just go directly from the pot into the takeout containers for everybody.
Already ready to go.
So, but that means that everything that's still out here also eat that. So we come out with duffel bags of food, man. That house was crazy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Crazy, dog. Crazy. Man, listen, man. This Thanksgiving about to be one of the best ones I had in a few years, man. Man, listen. I'm about to start getting in the kitchen tomorrow, see what I'm making.
I definitely got to go see my black side of the family to get some of the things that I really want, though. Like my marshmallow covered yams. Hey, you see, I starved my family out on the show that they're not gonna be here watching. but yeah, when I go to get them marshmallow covered yams, man, yeah, you gotta go. I gotta go to people with accents, thick South accents.
You don't want just mashed potatoes, some chicken, some turkey,
all that,
some corn.
Everything's fall off the bone, man. Yeah, I gotta go to Brockton this year for sure.
I have my Christmas tree up already. It's up.
You wilding for respect.
No, I'm playing. Hell no. That shit ain't up to the 24th, okay?
But yeah, man, I can't wait. I know what we're gonna end up doing. Tomorrow we're gonna end up doing the show where we use all of our Thanksgiving material in week 1 of November. But that's
I'm saving mine to the Tuesday before.
Okay. I'll try to save some too. I'll just try to come up with more shit.
Yeah, man. Always gonna find some things to give me this shit.
Talk about Bree gonna be here for a chop up. She gonna be here live. Yeah, there's gonna be a bracket fight. You could book it now. They're gonna be some kind of bracket
epic
fight.
one.
Yeah, book that. Let's have that. I don't know what's gonna be though, but yeah, man. So look, appreciate y'all for showing up. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm sure Coach will call y'all out individually. This is always fun. Yeah, like I said, I had my first day of work today, and I was like, yo, I can't wait to go home and do the podcast. So here we are doing our 1-2. Chop up tomorrow. Special guest Bree. I'm even gonna see if we could guilt Jake into showing up. Have we ever had 5 people on there? I don't think we ever had 5.
Yes, we did.
When?
Josh was with us. Josh.
We had Josh with us.
That was a 5-piece?
Yeah. Though Jake doesn't show his face. It's technically 4, but he was on there.
Oh, so
we're 4.5.
We're still calling Jake a person, I guess. All right. No, that's my guy. All right. Well, we gotta bust out 5 again.
Okay. Shout out to Jalissa, Lewis, Anthony, Bree, Chris. If I forgot anybody, my apologies.
Chris,
shout out to you guys. Man.
Big Chris out here.
Yo, Chris, I'm about to see my address. Psyched.
Yeah.
Chris, my God.
That's the guy at the party whose jokes are way too direct. Like, just fucking. Yeah, well, at least I ain't homeless. Like, damn, like he ain't do nothing to you.
Hey, yo, Chris, man. Nah, shout out to you, man. Bengals win, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight. Appreciate y'all.
Oh, hold up. You just made me realize something. His team was getting their ass busted. We ain't see Chris for like 4 shows.
They winning now. He shows up.
He's back. That's who's back. Back again.
You gotta remember too, the Braves lost too, so he was definitely feeling it.
Oh. You can feel it in the air.
You gotta remember. Hey, you remember Chris looking for a Chick-fil-A open on Sundays, man. So
and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will see y'all tomorrow. Yo, that's funny.
Say me so sorry.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the podcasting network, wherever you get podcasts.